everybody. I know it's been a long time, and I want to first introduce my guest, Rick Young, who is here and just an amazing person, both physically, spiritually, and well known on, the radio station. And we're going to start conversating, me and him, but I want to welcome you to Self Talk. And I'm your host, Silvia Gina Hunt. It's been a while. And with the holidays upon us and all that, I say to you that, I wish you well, I wish you peace, and definitely joy. Okay, hi, Rick.
Hey, how you doing?
It's been a long time.
All right.
Tell me, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? You're here now, you're on my show. Tell me, what your interests are. Tell me what you're thinking about right now. And tell the world, your projects and the things that you're doing.
Well, first of all, I'm very excited to be here. I mean, I'm like a kid in a toy factory right now, running around with just a whole bunch of toys. That's how I feel right now, being here with you in the studio, Eminem. I love it. That's number one. Number two, one of my loves that's always present in my mind, that I'm always working on, looking to improve, is this thing called personal development, self-development, personal development, improving myself as a human being, trying to be better for myself, and try to inspire people that I can inspire.
And I love that. And self-improvement is so important because it just gives us the spirituality that we need and the goodness to be able to give back to the community and love.
Right.
Something that, just too little of, that love. So tell me what you want to share with the audience and myself today.
Yesterday, I had a radio show, and my daughter's in town from Florida, so she
wonderful.
came with me to my show. My show is 6 o'clock in the morning, 6 a.m. to 8 at WHCR every Friday.
Okay.
And the name of my show is called What's in Your Hand. What's in Your Hand is a motivational radio show, again, to inspire, to motivate. And I say that what's in your hand is to inspire people to use what I call their tags, their talents, their abilities, their gifts, and their skills, which I call your tags. And my daughter came to the studio yesterday, and on the air I made an announcement. I had a couple of dollars on me, a little extra money. I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a pay it forward today. I know we were going to go have breakfast in this coffee shop near City College.
Okay.
So I said, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take $20. I'm going to give it to, there's a couple named Sam and Sue that run this coffee shop called Cafe One.
Okay.
Beautiful couple, hardworking couple. They have this coffee shop and they do an amazing job. People lining up because they're great. And they know everybody. It's almost like Cheers. Everybody knows your name. Because I could see her calling people's names. She said, hey, Rick, how you had your show today? And so we went there.
Your daughter and you. And your daughter's name?
Tia.
Tia.
Atia. So
and how old is Atia?
I can't tell you that. Then you're gonna get my number.
I see.
She's young.
Yeah, okay.
She's
daughter,
she's an adult, a young adult, very young adult.
Okay.
And so I gave Sam the $20. I said, listen, I want you to take this $20 and when people come in to buy coffee, tell them their coffee's paid for. Someone paid it forward. There was a movie called Pay It Forward.
Yes, I saw that.
One of my favorite movies. Every time I watch it kind of brings me to tears. So Pay It Forward. I did it there like twice before, so I hadn't done it in a long time. So I got my daughter with me for her to see this amazing thing transpire. It was awesome. So I gave Santa $20, and it was an awesome feeling when the man said, hey, thank you for the coffee. I know he was going to go out and do something good for someone else. Then another lady came. She said, thank you for the coffee. Then when we left, and the lady said, she called up to her. She had 2 cups. She's like, oh, did you buy, were you the one that paid it for with the coffee? I said, yeah. She said, yeah, my mother wanted coffee so bad. And she went out and got her the coffee, so she's going to be happy. And she works at City College, where my radio show is.
Okay.
So that was pretty awesome. That was an amazing day.
For City College, because
and then I get on the bus today. On my way here, the bus driver is going to pull out the stop near 430, the 15 bus, that right there on Morningside. And he was pulling out, and he stopped. And he let a man on his daughter. And the man said, oh, man, thank you. That was nice of you. The bus driver said, pay it forward.
Yes. I know what you mean about pay forward. When we think about people that just have that kind of effect on us, especially you as also an instructor in boxing and being healthy and eating right and that kind of diet and that, you know, that kind of spiritual reaction, then when you say that, I mean, it's just wonderful. I have people that influence me with a little bit of that almost every day. And when you think about that, you know, I know of a young lady that she's always so spiritual and just always so giving. And each and every day, she gives that pay forward back, you know, as far as and whatever she does. I mean, right now that she's downtown and hosting a burlesque show. And then she's just interacting in this I don't know if you ever heard of it, the Italy, which, you know, the food is just superb. But just, and, you know, her church functions and her gatherings, and just in the community, I mean, of all people, no one's excluded. And just her heart is like that. It's just like amazing.
Wow, wow.
And so, yeah, I know what you mean. I can feel that. And she's always family orientated, does things with the church and her mom, her dad, you know, the thing. And her nieces and nephews, because not all of us have the children, but then it's just a good feeling. So I feel that. Now, tell me a little bit more about, say, what you bring to that conversation on the people. What do you say to really encourage people during their day, to make their day? Like, to me, I always say, oh, have a special day, or may your day be full of abundant joy. More in the terms of my spiritual connection with life and everything in it, you know, in my bodhisattva type of way. That's how I am. Like, that's just the joy. And things don't always go my way. I'm always battling. So when I look at your hat and it's so significant, self-discipline, what does that mean to you? Okay, we want to know because...
Let me go back to the other question. Because you had mentioned something earlier about Thanksgiving.
Right.
Like my daughter here, I play games with people sometimes. I like to have fun. I like to enjoy life. So I would ask them, like, hey, can you tell me when Thanksgiving is? And they'll say, oh, it's next Thursday, or it's Thursday. I go, Thanksgiving is every day. Thanksgiving is every day. Now, how do I greet when I do my show? I start out my show with, I play Curtis Mayfield, Moving On Up. Speaking of Curtis Mayfield, we were talking about Curtis Mayfield. I play Moving On Up. That's my intro song.
Okay.
And then after that, I come in with Reverend Dr. Adam Clayton Powell Jr. He gave this incredible speech called What's in Your Hand? What's in your hand? You know, he's a preacher, and he really goes in on what's in your hand? What's in your hand? He talks about Moses. He talks about George Washington Carver. He talks about Ben Franklin. It's a beautiful sermon on what's in your hand. And I play a little music behind that, and I'm ready to go. I play a little motivation, some motivational videos to inspire people about being a champion in the morning. Say, good morning, champion. Everything I read is a champion. I think like a champion. I eat like a champion. I walk like a champion. I play this video, and then we're ready to go.
And what video is that?
Which one? The one I'm talking about now?
Yes.
It's called Blessed and Unstoppable.
That makes you to think about I'm a Fighter, or?
Well, I'm a Fighter is the video that I was in, but during the time when I was boxing. It was a fun video that we did because my manager owned Gleason's Gym. So anytime somebody came in to shoot a video, he would always make sure I was included.
Which is great.
And we did a video called I'm a Fighter with a group called Van Zant.
Okay.
And that was a lot of fun.
I bet it was. I'm very impressed, I gotta say. So that, with the music and the band, that tells me that you're also a man that likes to go out and dance. And then I think that goes along with the boxing, the skill itself. And then I know that you're an excellent professional boxer and teacher and instructor and all of these good things.
You know the funny thing is, I don't really go out and dance a lot because I think people go out, this is just my opinion, I could be wrong, but people go out to dance because like they work and they want to go out and have a good time, let their hair down. But I enjoy my life to a point that I don't even have to go to a club to have fun because I'm having fun throughout my life. You see, when I discovered this thing called personal development, like I always was ambitious.
Okay.
But I seen this guy on TV once. He says, you got to be hungry. He said, you got to fight for your dream. You got to fight for your dream night and day. He said, if you fall down, try to land on your back. Because if you can look up, you can get up. I said, whoa. And that was Leslie Calvin Brown, motivational speaker.
Oh, I'm very familiar. Met him several times.
Then I have a friend I met through personal development, a guy named Willie Jolly. He wrote a book called It Only Takes a Minute to Change Your Life. And then he wrote another book called A Setback is a Setup for a Comeback. I said, yeah, very good. Then he came out with another book called Turning Setbacks into Greenbacks.
Okay.
And then the last book that he had done is called Attitude of Excellence.
Okay.
Willie Jolly, and he's in D.C.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, D.C. is a perfect town too. There's some place that I just went to see, the museum, which was just.
You got me excited about it. I heard you talking about it.
Amazed.
You got me excited. I want to go.
And I would suggest anybody and everybody go see it at some point.
I got to go now. When I heard you talking about it.
It's free. Go see it because it is amazing. It's really a lot to see in one day. However, depending on what your interests are. But that give back, even the crew that works with me, the other Ricky, the Ricky Corporon, the one that, me and him, he's so spiritual and it's just his life, he's always, he's always helping, he's always.
You mean the Rick that's here now?
Yes, but he's the behind the scenes Rick. But he just does so much.
He's got a great name.
Yeah. And not only that, spiritual and there for you and kind and easygoing, loving. I can tell you, one day some lucky young lady will really have a good husband.
Okay.
And a good, father as an example. You know what I mean? Because just everything about him is proactive and moving up. And he's got it together now. Young, he's motivated. And I'm not making it up. I mean, he just deals with the kind of individual that have the same kind of minds, for peace, for, equality and all that. So I'm very fortunate to have him around me, and even when I be on my back and sick, he's the one of the first ones that'll send me a card. That you said that, and that is Thanksgiving. I have to really be thankful for him.
Yes, wow.
I am very thankful for him.
Nice.
We went to a couple of classes together, and me and him, we always stick by each other.
Wow, that's awesome.
And I can tell you that he is a fine young man. That lucky lady, she's going to be all right. Okay. But right now, I'm not sure if he's ready for all that. He's trying to develop his career, get the right kind of money, and get him a nice, vehicle, and, get the things that he wants. Because he's young, you know what I mean? So he shouldn't be tied down. But that's just my inspiration, for him to have all these beautiful things. But in his time, not mine. When he's ready, he'll go for it and he'll get it. That's his blessings. And your blessings is that you're so wonderful. You're a good dad. Your daughter's up. She's living down in Florida. And Florida is nice. And I mean, so I know she had to tell you about all the horrible things been going down in Florida with the weather.
She had to leave. She went to my sister in Atlanta while that was going on.
Okay. Because it was so bad.
Yeah, she had to leave.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's our prayer, that we never give up. We fight. We fight. We fight.
Right.
We do what we have to do to keep living and to be, caring and to think about the other people. And then, is everybody in her community, or are they settled back now, or are they still?
Yeah, they're getting back in the community. She's going back home soon.
Probably after the holiday.
Yeah, after the holiday.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Go back, get back to work. But one of the things I wanted to share with you too, I was talking about personal development, and I have a friend that I met through this journey of personal development, and his name is Dr. Herbert Harris. And he wrote a book called 12 Universal Laws of Success.
Okay.
And so what he's doing now, he's coming out with a new version. It's all in different, it's in many different languages. And he's coming out with the 12 Universal Laws of Success Super Achievers Edition. That's going to be great. I wrote a nice testimony in there. It's going to be great. Okay. I'm going to have him on my radio show. He doesn't know it yet.
Okay.
He's scheduled to be on my show December 8th.
Okay.
But I'm going to make the announcement to him that I'm going to need him to come to my show once a month for the whole year of 2018. 2018 is going to be an incredible year.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take one of those 12 principles every month, and we're going to break it. He's going to break it down.
Okay.
Break down that principle. There's
Okay.
12. 12
Okay.
principles, 12 months, once a month.
12 is very
every
significant. I mean, I happen to live on the 12th floor, and if that means anything,
Wow.
and then
Wasn't there 12 disciples?
yeah,
Wow.
biblically speaking, yes.
Wow.
And then we have a lot of things that have to do with that particular number. You know, as far as that goes. But
Dirty
then,
dozen.
yeah. So, I mean that the tremendous fortune just in sharing and listening. Listening is really a good thing, because then we can hear other cultures and other people speaking and telling us the history of what's really going on right now, the history that's being made today, and also giving us the past, up-to-date series of what happened in the past. So all of these things help us to move forward, you know what I mean? Because we already know that we can work together and make the world peaceful. I believe that we can have a peaceful world without so much greed and those kind of things, particularly since we're thinking about, you know, Thanksgiving and being thankful. We should be thinking about what can we do to save lives. We should be thinking about our homeless community. We should be thinking about our youth. We should be thinking about what can we do to put money towards curing these diseases that are killing us. You know what I mean? Soon, December 1st, is going to be AIDS, and we know that's been a battle for a long time. That's something that we should have been got rid of. And we still have a lot of struggles, but I know we can overcome. With our prayers, our chanting, and wherever your religious beliefs or values are, if we actually just put it in place. Never mind talking, but be that kind of person that really does, like you, like Ricky, like Lisa, like even I feel for myself. I do the best that I can. However, it's always a lot of things that try to stop us from keeping focused. We have all of these real realities that actually come into part, so that we can't just ignore them because they're right there pressing against us. So even though we say that we might want it to do, sometimes we have to postpone our actual movement. You know what I mean? So, but you're right. I believe 2018 is going to be really a great year, because people are going to become more aware of the people that are telling us lies and not really doing or practicing what they say they are, and really doing devilish kind of like functions. But we're here to defeat the devilish type functions and to move forward with world peace. Of course, when we look back and we look forward, that's the only thing that we know. In the back past, we only know what we've been through as human beings to survive. And we already know that if we don't stop polluting the earth and all of these things, then people can't start boxing. People can't box. People can't work out if there's no earth and if there's no human life. How are people going to eat right and work out and become healthy or become successful in anything if we have no earth to do it in?
Well, one of the things that you mentioned disease, and I'm proud because on this past Thursday night, a guy that I was introduced to this guy to train this guy. On
your radio show or just training?
I trained him in boxing.
Okay.
For 3 months. He's a money management. He does wealth management. He's not a boxer. He's not a fighter.
Okay.
He just did a little bit of yoga here and there.
Okay.
But as I told you, when he was 12, his mother died of cancer. And so there's an organization called Haymakers for Hope. And they do boxing they have businessmen that box to raise money for cancer, to fight against cancer. And he chose pancreatic cancer because that's what his mother died of when he was 12. She was only 42 years young. And I got to train him. So I got the chance to use my gift and my talents to help him have a victory on Thursday night and to help him raise money toward to fight this disease called cancer. Do you know how proud I felt to use? Because, you know, people think of boxing as violent and, oh, boxing is this and that. But to use it for something good like that, you know how I felt, Gina? That was amazing.
I can imagine.
To use something like boxing to help people. I thought it was wonderful.
I can believe that. And I'm partial for the, just, you know, sitting here with me, and I never really share my personal things, but I'm sitting here 2-time cancer survivor on 2 occasions and different parts of my body. But in that pursuit, you know, I never give up. I stay positive. And I'm also realistic. So the other side is that even if my time should come to a date, it wouldn't be anything like the cancer would, of course, be a part of slowing me down. But the process is just that we come and go in our phases. That's life. You know what I mean? But the eternal part of me, the spiritual side of me, will always be here. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So when I look at it that way, and when I go against these things, I always can generate the extra, whatever I need extra, to keep myself, you know. I was just in the hospital this week, in fact. And, you know, it's a series of, cancer is something a little different because some things are a little different. You get sick of regular sickness and stuff, you get the operation and you're gone. But then sometimes with this cancer, it means chemo, it means radiation, it means that keep checking because it can come back and all of these things. So if you don't have the real force to just defeat it, even when these things do occur, because it could be time lapse. You can go 20 years, 30 years or whatever, and these things, but you always have to have the will to say, I've got this.
You know what? I want to ask you a question because
Certainly.
you know I host the show, so I'm usually on the other side asking the question. So I have a question for you. We grew up in the same neighborhood, same housing development. Mm-hmm. From day one, not day 2, not day 3, not day 4, from day 1, since I remember seeing you for the first time or whatever, you've always been kind, nice, a sweet person, a friendly person, and never arrogant. Why is that? Why have you always been such a kind, wonderful, always got a wonderful thing to say?
If you take time to teach your children and brought up in a certain way, whether rich or poor, but just to respect everyone, everyone is the same and everyone is equal, and have that kind of respect for even, say, someone that's less fortunate or laying in the street. And if you have that kind of respect for them, and if you treat people the way you want to treat yourself, now if you learn that the different things from the Bible or the Goshu or things like that, there is a certain way that's laid out for us. Now, if we slide away from it for whatever reason, or if we have other agendas and we start thinking of ourselves as this greater world, when this world is all of us and we're all equal and we're all here to share it together, that's, I believe, is where the problem would come in. I've never had that. I never encountered that type of thinking to where that I would think that it's my way or it's a highway or if you ask me to help you, I want to help you if I can. Now then too, it also depends on if I'm physically able to or whatever my own personal position might be at that time. But just the little things that we learn from first. When you're young and you know you can't protect yourself, our parents guide us. Don't speak to strangers, don't do this and that. But doesn't mean disrespectful. But, you know, Rick, that's a deep down search inside. So I can't even answer all those questions right now. And our time is up. But you know what? This just shows you and I that we both, I have to come on your show, and you have to come back on my show, and this time show us a little footwork, fancy footwork and arm work. And that's a lot deep to think about. But just bringing goodness to the table is something that we must do. We must all do that. We must bring goodness to the table. We have to. Mm-hmm. And with that, you and I are going to tell the audience how much we appreciate them, because it was just a powerful experience for me today too. But I thank you, Silvia Gina Hunt, for watching, and hope that you was able to pick up a lot, because there was a lot of love here that me and Rick shared today. And I guarantee you we'll be back. Right, Rick?
Yeah, absolutely.
And we wish you Thanksgiving joy. And that's a very good year. Ending this year excellent, and making next year even better.
That's right.
Looking forward to abundant joy. Thanks much.
All right.
Visa.